Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in for today's video. Today, I'm gonna jump right into it. We're gonna be talking about royalty-free samples and where some good sources on where you guys can find some great sounding samples. So I'm gonna just go over some of my resources on where I find some of my drum samples. These are royalty-free samples, so you guys can download these, use this in your track, and you will be fine. You will not be getting sued or anything like that, so you'll be fine with these samples. So let's jump right into it and let me show you guys what I'm working with. So my favorite website when it comes down to samples is Splice.com. If you guys have not heard of Splice, make sure you guys look into Splice.com. I will leave a link down in the description if you guys are interested. Splice is just full of samples, not only samples, but there's a lot of inspiration within Splice. It could be a little confusing. I have Splice opened up right here, but I'm gonna go through on how I use it, some of my favorite sample packs. It is a subscription type of system. Yeah, I think it's like $9 a month. I'm not sure if it's, I think it is $9 a month. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 100 credits per month. So you're able to use 100 credits to download any sample you guys want. And each sample you download, whether it's a kick or a snare or any type of melodic loop, it will cost you 1 credit. But still, I feel like 100 credits a month, I never run up on the 100 credits a month. If you don't use up all your credits, if you have 50 credits at the end of the month, they will roll over to the next month. The way you guys have it right here, if you go to sounds, you'll have all kinds of sample packs. The cool thing about Splice is that they're updating their sample packs. Every time I come in right here to Splice, I always see new packs. So I'm gonna show you guys, actually, let me put on my headphones. You can download any of these samples, and right when you download any of your samples, you get this plugin, and if you have the MPC app open, you can just drag and drop these samples into your session, which is really convenient and really fast to use. Some of my favorite packs, if I go right here to, I believe right here on the side where it says liked, I have all my, some of my favorite packs right here. Look at this one right here. It's called it's called Breaks and Beats 2. And you click on this pack right here. In this pack, there's just so many different drum breaks. And now all of these are royalty free, so you're able to use these, put them in your beats, chop them up. If you don't want to chop them up, just put them in your beat and use it the way it is. Now there's this one right here by Breaks AK and Andrew Apple Pie. If you click on some of these, like these sound really good. So right here, so for an example, I'll actually download one right now with you guys. These all sound really good. Like let's say you want this drum break right here. You go right here and you use your 1 credit. Again, I mentioned that you get like about 100 credits per month. I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna use up 1 credit. I still have 211 credits, which that's a lot of credits. When I'm making beats, if I need a kick, if I need a snare, I go right here and I download whatever I need. Now, once I download that, I go up to this, you'll install a plugin, and right here on the plugin, I already have it on my the recently added list. And if I'm working on a beat, if I go to my MPC app, I can just drag it over in one of these empty pads as the way I did right now. And now I just have it already on my session. That's so convenient. I love that workflow. I like just having that accessible to me. If I want to start slicing up that drum break, which I just go to mode, sample editor, and I can already start chopping up my sample. If I go to chop, I can start doing my chops. Just like that, I have everything right in my fingertips, which is, again, really convenient. If you don't want drum breaks, say you just want some kicks, some snares, this is really cool. You go to this search bar right here and you type in any keyword. It could be a kick or snare. Let me just do kick. And right here, you just get so many kicks. These sound really good. Oh, this one's really good right here. I'm gonna download this and use 1 credit. I download that. And as soon as that's downloaded, if I want to, I can just drag that over into my session and start using it. Now I have that kick right here, and if I continue on my session, let's say with this break, I'm gonna create a new program, hit do it, and I'm gonna go to my main menu. I'm gonna record that drum break real quick. Cool. And now I want to add that kick that I just downloaded, because my drum break does not have that low end that I'm looking for. I want to layer that kick on top. But before I layer that on top, it's probably going to cut each other off. But I'm going to go to my mode, program, edit, and I'm going to make sure that this program is set to polyphonic instead of mono. There you go. So I'm going to add that kick on top. Cool. That's really cool, and that's how I'm building some of my drums. It's a convenient workflow for me, and that whatever I can use, any tool that I can use that gets me where I'm thinking of faster, I'm gonna use that tool. So if it's me working with the software and my hardware, I'm gonna use that. Whatever it is that allows me to not spend too much time with technical stuff of I gotta import this or that, or anything like that. Now, with the samples out the way with drums, let me jump into some of their melodic loops. Right here on my likes, there's this one from Loud Drums. They got obviously their drum shots, but then they also have melodic loops. And the melodic loops, if you guys do not want to sample from famous records and get sued or have to deal with anything of fees or anything like that, use some of these Splice loops that they have. They sound amazing. I'll hear some of them with you guys right here. That's hard, you know, like it just gives you that feeling of like sample-based music. Oh, that's bad. I want to download this right here. I go right here, I'm going to download it and use one of my credits. As soon as I download that, it goes into the computer. I go back to my session where I'm working on this beat, and let's just go to tracks. I'm going to go into an empty track, and I'm going to go to my programs. I'm actually going to go to an empty program, and I'm going to grab that loop that we just created and drag it over, throw that right there to an empty pad, and I already have that right here. That's so cool. Now, if I want to go ahead and start slicing that up, I go to my mode, sample, edit, and I can start chopping this up. And again, you know, I'm just grabbing samples, dragging them over to my session, and I'm starting to work with them very fast. This is a good thing, and it's also a bad thing. I like dealing with these samples and all that. When it comes down to drums, Splice is perfect. I would recommend it to anybody. But when it comes down to melodic samples, the way we have this right here, I don't know. I feel like this sounds so good. Most of these melodic samples is not like digging through records. When you're digging through records, the records are not meant for you to sample them. There's just certain clips that we like that we want to sample and start using our own creativity to come up with something that inspired us, which is going to be different for everybody. But in Splice, you get these really cool melodic loops that sound amazing right off the bat. But I mean, I'm going to chop this up right now with you guys, but I don't know what I'm going to do to this. Like, it just sounds good already. The creativity for me is chopping up a record, breaking it apart, just manipulate all those slices into your own creativity. That's the fun part. But for me, again, I'm going to chop this up, but I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. You know, this is not something I had planned out, but let's see what we come up with. Cool. You know, we got that right there. Create a new program. Let's do it. Now let's go to our main page. You know, it sounds good. I like how it sounds. The samples of these are really good. But again, there's so many loops right there. You guys can do whatever you guys want. And my personal workflow where I have fun the most is sampling from records that were not meant to be for hip hop. And I like making them into hip hop records. If you want to manipulate this and make this our own, because again, I don't want to just use that and make it into a loop. You guys can do whatever you guys want. You guys can go to mode, program edit, and you guys can pitch this up, pitch it down. Let's record that. You guys, but I'm just showing you guys how cool it is to work with Splice and having it at your fingertips as you're making music. There's so many other websites. If I've missed some websites, let us know down in the comments. Let me know some of your favorite websites, but I personally like using Splice because it's just easy to use, it's convenient, and it's right at our fingertips when we're making music. And if you guys are finding value in this video, make sure you guys give this a thumbs up. It just really helps out the video. But this is what I'm using, guys, and I wanted to go through and show you guys my workflow when it comes down to finding royalty-free samples and using it into my music creation. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your guys' time. Go down in the description, check out the link for Splice if you guys are interested. Make sure you guys check them out, and thank you so much. Y'all be blessed. I'll catch y'all on our next video.